Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you're looking forward to those movies, you should be on the AMC Stubs A-list. Find a crew member.
Well, just got out of the movie. Really surprised. I guess we'll just leave this up to the review so I can tell you guys what I thought about the action movie itself. So anyways, let's go review this movie. Alright guys, so I did go see Fighting With My Family, and it's a movie that I wasn't sure if I was going to see in theaters, mainly because I'm not really into the whole WWE wrestling thing. Like, it's just not my thing, really, so I didn't really care for this movie, at least when I was watching the trailers for this movie. And but I decided to see it for the sake of this review. But anyways, let's get to my thoughts about the movie itself. Before we do, let's talk about a little bit about the story. So basically, this movie is focused around, Paige, WWE Paige, who is raised around a family of wrestlers, and for her family, it's basically a tradition that they all took on to be a wrestler of some kind. And it's both her and her brother's dream to join the WWE, and they both try out to be a part of the WWE, but only Paige gets in. And basically, the rest of the movie is basically this underdog tale. And let me just say, this movie was actually a huge surprise. A huge surprise. It's a movie that did have a lot of potential, and it's one that I never really thought would use its full potential, and it really does. The movie is obviously based off a true story, and while I don't know if anything here in this movie is 100% factual, I was invested and I cared for what was going on. They made all these characters just right off the bat very likable, and characters that you could possibly relate to in some type of way. I just thought that what they did here really worked a lot. There are a lot of character moments in this movie where you're just sucked into the reality of it all, and you just kind of end up caring enough for not only what's going on screen, but for, of course, the characters. And that's what you want in a good movie. You want to care for the characters, you want to care for the story, and this movie does all that. This movie is also surprisingly funny, and the comedy never seems to take away or distract from the story at all. Like, the comedy, like usually a lot of movies, when comedy's there, it just kind of takes you away from the environment that you were in. But here, it just feels completely natural, and the comedy really works. Like, there's a lot of, comedy in this movie that really made me laugh really hard, surprisingly. And I was also very much charmed by this movie. Not only charmed, but I was quite moved. For a movie to do that, it really feels like it's something that would be hard to accomplish. And when a movie does that, it feels special. When a movie not only just charms you, but it just kind of moves you with its message, it's really something. It's a pretty good feeling. So I did walk out of this movie with a huge smile on my face. Although really my biggest problems with this movie that I really had, I really do think that the final act, of it all was just a tad predictable. As for someone that didn't know much of the story, much before I walked into this movie, I didn't know anything about Paige, or I didn't know much about WWE. I mean, I knew what the WWE was, but I just didn't care for it. And as someone that did not know anything about what happened with the events in this movie when it happened in real life just a few years ago, I was able to still piece the movie together and figure out exactly where the movie would go and exactly how the movie would end. The movie has that going, and it's just quite predictable, especially in the third act. But the movie is just extremely well directed. It's very funny, it's heartwarming, it's moving. This is just a really good movie all around, and I was just really surprised with this movie. And also, don't be shocked when you guys see that The Rock only has like 8 minutes of screen time in this movie, because I do think that they really used them as a marketing tactic to basically get people to pay to watch this movie. But it's not bad, because the movie itself was actually really good. So with that being said, this is a movie that I would recommend paying full price for, and I'm gonna give Fighting With My Family a B+. So yeah, have you guys seen this movie? Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.